Yay, demonetized already. I'm not ill anymore. And I've managed to do it, so we only have about 5 minutes. I actually have a couple minutes, and then and then we're starting, so I've got to put the thumbnail on, like, now. So, not fun. I'm literally uploading the thumbnail as we speak. I can upload thumbnail. Got to send a link through as well. It's my mates to get them in. Just right. Someone's already. Whoever's put that, I'll read it in a second. I'm trying to upload. Oh, it's Mr. Harris. Hello, mate. How are you? 3 people in, right. Send a link to me, mates. We got Ben here, which is huge dubs. Just putting the links in. Right, so I've got to upload the thumbnail. One day I'll get this all sorted. If I ever get a good computer, it'll be fine. At the moment, this is what we have to do. Right, thumbnail's up. We all getting this dub. Oh fucking hell! My phone will go on mute so we don't get disturbed. I'm not ill anymore, so you can hear my normal drony voice. It's very nice. Right, so we're all here. I'm literally about to double check the stream, see if it's all right. I know I haven't really put much in it. Right, I've literally just loaded the stream, so I'll be able to see what you're putting now. What you little smelly people are putting. Right, very nice. Yes, very nice. Hello, John, as well. We got John here, we got Ben here, we probably got Freddie here at some point. He should have seen it. Cold Steel's only just sending me a friend request. Yeah, so the screen will go off every few seconds. Just allow it, alright? Allow it. Right, we back. We move. Yeah, so I've started it. I'm not really going to apologies for starting it late. This is around when we're going to be starting it now, because last week it felt like ages before we got racing. Thought I'd say we've got 5 minute sort of interval, and then we'll get straight into it, and it'll make easier for the highlights to be edited as well. So that's to cut off. I mean, I think we all saw the crash today. Just how I'm still stunned he walked away from that. And either way, I'm saying this now. Footballers are pussies. I'm saying it now. I put something on my Instagram story and just, wow. I don't think anyone can. I've not really got much else to say. I think as people are still as shocked as me, the fact that Grosjean's even still alive, especially the fact that he was even conscious after that crash. It's just mental. I honestly just find it just wow. I've got nothing else to say. But yeah, should be starting about a minute or two. We have 15 people, so 2 less than last week. I think someone either won't make it to qualify, might be in the race, because he put in a Discord, and I was like, I don't really want to wait I don't think anyone here really wants to wait anymore. It's just annoying waiting for an extended period of time for one person to join. It gets really annoying. But yeah, we should be starting in about a minute or two. There's your track map for this week. So Ben, if you want a snipping tool that, and put that in the bottom left when you edit. So get this, get the track map and the tyres. Or even the bottom bit, you can get the whole left box if you want to snip and tool that after. You can if you want. Put that in the bottom or something, I'll let you know. But we've got Monaco next, which if I can, we'll be out of lockdown by then, so Ben, you can come and commentate with me for Monaco. I don't know why we're not starting, let me just double check the Discord. I'm eating 12s as well, they're bloody lovely. It's 1:15 though, come on. Last call, guys, 1 minute to go. Right, it should all be ready up now. We're a minute late, I'm absolutely disgusted. Right, who's here? Freddie, you here yet? If not, I'm going to be absolutely livid with you. The thumbnail should be up. I'll just double check for everyone that the thumbnail's up. Definitely should be. Yep, thumbnail's up. Right, who's here then? Put someone in the chat. While we're just waiting for everyone to ready up, the lazy sods. I can finish my 12s then while I'm waiting. And nice as well. Why are they not readying up? I'm ready. I mean, I can't select it. I can drive. If anyone wants, I can drive. I won't be mean. I'll do my job and commentate. Even though I don't get paid. Hey, Nazareth has gone back to Mercedes. He was in AlphaTauri last week. I'm not sure why. But he's back. So last week's race winner's back in the Mercedes this week. Same as China. Don't think... yeah, he's not. Maverick's still not in. Rest in peace, Maverick. Hopefully he'll be back one day. I'm going to double check the Discord, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's not started. What's up? Yes, Freddy! Here he is. He's finally made it. The man himself, Mr. Analysis. Now people are starting to read it. I don't understand. Hurry the hell up. We need to... I know Spain's not a great track. But like... Do you know what? I'm going to employ Freddie? You're the new Will Buxton. You can be the analysis guy. You can do the pre-race analysis and stuff. That's your job. That's you now. Ben, you can just be... a local tosspot. And whoever else is here then, well, you are the views. Come on, Todd and Medzi, come on. And Mr. Liverpool fan and Nazareth, mate. You won last week, come on. Ready up, innit? Here we go. Yeah, Ben, I've told you what you can do with the things. With the ding. And off we go. So, information on Spain. The track, well, in real life it's pretty crap. In game it's alright this year. I mean, last year it was a bit better, but this year it's... In terms of racing on this track, last year was not better. It was better, but in terms of the actual track replicability and how accurate it is, in terms of track accuracy, it's a lot better in this game. But Freddie, what are your thoughts? Who's going to be in the fight for pole this week? Give us your thoughts, because you are Will Buxton. Who you think's gonna be on pole? I don't think we got Becco here, so Freddie, don't say Becco. We don't. If you don't say it's Becco will get pole. Slayer to beat Jay Sarge as per. Yep, fair. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to qualifying for the 2020 Spanish Grand Prix. I think we're all lucky to even be doing this stream. I just want to start off by saying I wish Romain Grosjean, we all want to wish everyone at IFR, we all want to wish Romain Grosjean a speedy recovery in hospital after the horror crash today. And I think we all hope that's not his last race in F1. But we wish him and his family a speedy recovery after what today was a nightmare crash. Anyway, Freddie, I'm a back Briggsy again, top 3 for him, open course for par, I reckon. Completely agree. Well, actually, right on board with... I'm not sure who this is, it's not working. Oh, we've got one of the Renaults coming out as well. We have another one, we've got Becco on track, Briggsy on track. For some reason, Spectator. So there we go, Spectator cam's now working, issues fixed. Yeah, this is Atmos, we're on board with Atmos, I'm pretty sure that's Camiliano in front. Being very laggy. This is a very different track compared to something like the Netherlands. It's very wide. It's nice and flowing again. They're all quite very strange. We've got about 6. We've got 6 people on the mediums. And that's including Briggsy, so will Briggsy still get up top? Well, it depends, but the medium strategy is an ambitious one. It could work. I think it can work easily. Men. But yeah, I think the medium strategy could work. Obviously people go out on softs. There are less people in this week. Probably because Spain's a pretty crap track, let's be honest here. We've got to get the lap data enabled. Very strange camera. I don't like the camera. I don't know what it is. Into last chicane, which is I can't even get right. If you saw on last week's stream. As we ride on board with Atmos, then on the side of that, this is your track preview. I think what we're almost that's yellow flag in sector 3. I'm not sure if anyone's had a crash. Seems to be clear, whatever it was. Let's get the track map up just so we can see anything. Yeah, it's a good track in terms of driving. It's really good. Yes, John, man. That's a purple sector 1 for yellow flag on the DRS straight. I think that was just Briggsy going slow to let the drivers past. Yellow flag, and that's Camiliano off in the gravel. I'm not sure if it was a spin. But whatever it was, he appears to be rejoining, and I can't see if there's any damage to his car. So Williams' car needs to really go out of the way. And there's Becco with a 1:16.1. That's the current fastest lap. That has... I'm not sure if... No, he doesn't have any damage. His tyres are going to be a bit... fingers crossed he can do another lap, but that's a mistake from Camiliano. Oh, and he's gone off onto the old track. He's driving the better Spanish GP by the looks of it. He doesn't appear to like the current track. But no, he goes around the tight corner. And that's just the game being glitchy. Oh, and he's spun it as well. His tyres out. Yeah, he's going to have to pit. Or he nearly spun. It was like a half spin. But yeah, his tyres are dead. I think he should probably pit. Oh, he's just cutting it. What is Camiliano doing? What is this? I am so confused. But yeah, he pits. Very strange. Not sure what he's doing. Right, let's hop back on board with someone else. And we put Becco then on provisional pole. Keep in mind he is on the soft tyre, so might be. Let's go right on board with Briggsy. We've got the fastest sector 3, and that's put him in 4th. Looks like he's pushing again as well. He might be going for high fuel, and that's I think that's Fiore fast there, just going off. You can see in the background there. As we go around turn 3, which in this game is completely flat out. We've got Ben saying he's back in Atmos, but I reckon Briggsy will win when it comes to the big race. Although Slayer did well last time. Yeah, he did do well last time. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. That's from the Ferrari. It might have been Atmos or Colt Steel. Let's have a look. I think he might have just been letting him pass. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I do agree with you there, Ben. Let's go up to running on board with Briggsy. Well, I mean, I think it's a turn. A bit of an odd line. He's in the middle of the track, which he might lose time there, but I'm not too sure. Haven't seen if he's quicker or slower, but I suppose he comes into large. This is the sector that needs to be changed. This is what ruins this track. Although it's obviously more realistic in this game. That last chicane is just. Oh, he's pitting anyway. He's in that. He's not the bollard for good measure. Yellow flag in sector 3 again. I think that's just someone going slow. It's got to be Fiore fast. Yeah, it's just him going to get ready for a pushing lap, I presume. Comes on the last corner now onto the ridiculously long start from this straight, which is always good. Let's be honest. I think the bit I'm most excited for this race is 100% the run down to turn 1 on turn 1, 2, 3. That sort of area on lap 1. It's going to be chaotic. I want to see if everyone can make it round. It's such a long drag race as well down there. It'll be really good to watch. Hopefully the race is still consistent. There's a Mercedes off. I think that was just Liverpool foul again. I think he might have been wide or he spun. I'm not sure. Couldn't catch it. But as we go back on board with Fiore fast. But what as you said, I think I'm really excited for lap 1. I don't think it'll be as chaotic as last week because there's a lot of runoff here. Like a lot of runoff. There's Liverpool fan again. I think he might have backed off, but that's fastest sector 2 for the Haas. Could potentially be a good lap from him, but Becco's still on pole, provisional pole that is, with 10 minutes left. Yellow flag in sector 1. Looks to be, yeah, this is Liverpool fan again. I'm not sure if he's spun on him, can't see any. Oh, he's got damage though, that is front wing damage. Race Jamie, he's going to need to let that's for somehow got fastest sector 1. He's on the grass as well. Appears to be Valtteri Bottas in Austria. He's just having a nice trip to the lawn. He's becoming. Oh, and there's been a huge, massive shot. That's Becco out. Just came out of nowhere, but that's Becco out. That's a bit of an odd one. I couldn't really. Fiore Fast is out as well. Not sure that's just a retirement. I'll see if I can find anywhere on the track. When we're on board with J Sarge now, who's near in the area of where Fiore Fast is. No, Becco. I know Becco is out. There he is. There's his stricken car. Yeah, Fiore Fast is just retired. He didn't want to do another lap, but he's in 4th. Not a bad lap. Oh, and they've touched. He's rammed into the back of him. I'm not sure what the AI didn't get out of the way there. That's Sarge's lap. Gone. Chaos in qualifying then already. We're not even at the race. Like if the race is anything like this. And we ride on board with Nazareth then. Last week's race winner, remember? Pretty sure he's pushing this here. He has his DRS open, so all to assume he is pushing. Yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm not sure if Cold Steel has gone wrong somewhere. I don't think he has. Oh, there is a bit of grab on his left front tyre, but as you can see there's markings. I think, Ben, you should make qualifying highlights for this. I think we should get some qualifying highlights, judging how chaotic this has been. There's McLaren going past. Let's hop, who are we on board with before? Nazareth. He's hopped up into second. Very good lap from him. Surprising how short this track is. It looks long, but it's not really. It's barely even over a minute if you think about it. Briggsy then on provisional pole. He's taken Becco's pole time. Yellow flag in sector 2, we're on board with him now. This is Nazareth, he's just slowed down. Can't tell if he's out of fuel. But it's been we've had 2 retirements already. One of them was just because Fury couldn't seem to be bothered to be able to do another lap. We still have 4 people that haven't set a lap yet. And they've only got 7 minutes left, and then when you want to get a couple laps in qualifying, you want your banker and your final lap. So we got Kunha coming out. Bit wobbly, I don't know if that was almost a skid from Quick Fast here. And that's a lock up from him into turn 5. Get it right, John. But he's got the Ferrari near him behind him. Oh, that looks to be it. Looks to be cold. See, and he spins it! And he's in the wall, that one in one of the most difficult corners to nail. We have another spin. Oh, and he's round again. And he's in the wall again. What is happening? This qualifying. So many mistakes from all the drivers. He doesn't seem to be able to even get back on the track without wanting to spin out. Can he not spin out this time? Looks to be moving again. This is it. Just chaos. Haven't got any words. He has got damage. That's his front right end plate. Just basically gone for a jog. But currently we have Cold Steel on track, VTOL on track, Camiliano on track, Medzi, Liverpool fan, De Kunhan, obviously Quick Fast, who we ride on board with. He's pitting them. Briggsy, a provisional pole sitters in the pits. VTOL though looking quite quick this weekend. After quite quiet past couple of races, and as he invalidates his lap time. Not sure why I can't get penalties and stuff up. Don't think they ever did come up in the qualifying anyway. I'm not sure why he's still pushing. Maybe he just wants to see how good that lap would have been, but I'm guessing he's gonna pit. But we got the Kunho on a flying lap then. See what he can do as he goes round. They're pretty much flat. Oh god, I've completely lost it. Yellow flag in sector 2 again. That's Cold Steel. I think that was just him getting off the track. I didn't quite catch that. He's right on board and into the last sector. It's through turn 8, they're really flat. God, he's stopped again. Is he spun or? I'm not quite sure if he's spun. I think he might have. Stranky seems to be really difficult for people without traction control on today. In terms of qualifying, it's definitely been... In terms of qualifying, we've had more happening... As he just cuts the last chicane for good measure. But in terms of qualifying, we've had more happening qualifying than we have in the 2018 and in the 2019 and 2020 actual Spanish race. In real life, we've had more happening in this qualifying session. Let's just realise that for a second. That's the Kunha then, bottom of the timesheets of the set times anyway. Looks to be pushing again for another lap. Camiliano seems to have invalidated his lap again. No one seems to, and that's Quick Fast just... Was he reversing then? I'm not sure. It looked like he was going backwards for a second, but he still hasn't set a lap. There's last week's second blow. Oh, in terms of an update, Cold Steel ended up finishing second last week. I'm not sure how, considering the fact that Briggsy got second fair and square. But we move. Briggsy said himself it gives him more of a motivation for this week. So here we go. We've got quick fast with his front wing all fixed. De Kun has gone up a bit, then on 2 levels off, he's putting a 116.3. Becco's still in third. Kramer has gone 4. Last week's race for the Nazareth surprisingly down in 5th. Slayer in 8th. Speaking of slays, he just set to 115.3 as we get a yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what that spoils it for Nazareth. Yeah, he's lost his front wing. Something's happened with him. I think he might have spun at turn 6 and 7 as he lets his teammate pass. Must have spun and hit the wall at the turn 6, 7 sort of fast chicane as Liverpool fan goes wide for some reason. I'm not sure if he was letting him back through. Bit of a weird one as he did look to be on a decent match. Yellow flag on the straight again. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, it's just Sarge going slow. It's be another pit stop for the Mercedes then. One of the Ferraris seems to be off at turn 3 as we have some traffic in the last sector. The Renault was being held up a bit. This looks to be one of the final push laps. We still have 2 people who haven't set a lap though. Saturn, which is Camilianado and Quick Fast, so we're going to ride on board with Quick Fast, see what he can do. And his first line lap, fingers crossed he doesn't invalidate it or crash. Both would be good if he didn't do that, as he comes down the start finish straight into the. For all the chats to drive, it's a very good chat to drive. Overtaking, yeah, isn't amazing, but just the speed of these cars through all the corners, not just in the game but in real life as well, is it's quite honestly mental. My comment. I'm 4-0 down on rivals. Unlucky, Ben, unlucky. And I'm interested. He got 117.3. Yellow flag in sector 2 again. I think that's just a driver going slowly. You can see on the track map there. Bit of a lock up as well. Comes into last again. Another lock up. Surprising get his lap invalidated there, did look like a corner cut. Comes down the last corner, when he gets a 117.2. I don't think that was any quicker. Might have been there. Sarge is out, I think he's retired in the pit lane, so didn't crash on the start finish straight, but will Briggsy come back out? Actually no, he won't, he hasn't got any time to. I thought Briggsy would have come out for another lap, if I'm honest. I'm surprised he hasn't, but we move. As Todd comes into it, he's got damage, something's happened with him then, he might have crashed somewhere. All the drivers are struggling. That's Poison Wild, he's made it. 16 runners now for the race. It's always good, the more the merrier. We move, yes we move, Ben, we move. That's all we've been saying the past couple of days, me and him. See if Nazareth can. So I'm going to finish. Did he cross the line before starting a new lap? Just right on board with him. Looks like he did. Yellow flag in sector 3. That's a Ferrari. Just cutting the corner. He's pit and he won't be able to start a new lap. But we ride on board with Nazareth, who on his flying lap, does he go too wide? Nearly clipping glass. That corner needs to have a wide exit on anyway. Into turn 5. Good, through there, good. Through the probably most difficult corners on the track, those two. Keeping it nice and planted though. Come on, the basically flat turn 8. think it's turn 8. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not really bothered, it's just a corner in the end. Fastest sector 2 though. Good line, bit of a correction though. Lily's another correction of oversteer. Comes into the last 3 corners. Taking as much curb and not hitting the sausage curb there into turn 14 and 15. Still not really sure about the line through there. It didn't look too bad, looked nice and smooth. He comes down last point now and his lap time is he's on pole! He's managed to get pole in the last lap with a 1:15.1. Can we get a back-to-back from Nazareth? Fantastic lap from him. I did not expect him to pull that out. Very good lap from him though, as everyone seems to finish now. Poison was in the pits, obviously he didn't start. But as this is our pole sitter then. It's Nazareth in the Mercedes. So no surprise there then, just like real life, Mercedes are dominating. But what a race from him. What a race, what a lap from him more. For some reason Poison Wild's on track. Not quite sure what he's doing. He can't set a lap. Maybe he's just trying to get a quick bit of practice in. We'll ride on board with him regardless. Got Antonio Giovinazzi's number though. He's just overtaken one of the AI cars. So I don't think the driver number's updated yet. I think he's just getting a feel for the track in terms of, mate, if you've seen a new Revolution of Darks trailer, Jack's in it, but there's a guy who, the same guy as the interactions in the UK. I'll have a look at it later, because obviously I'm doing this at the moment, but I'll look at it later, I'll text you and I'll see. If you want to send it from Snapchat, Ben, you can. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. No way is he setting a lap. Oh my god. Have we got the 1 second glitch? Oh no, it did. Oh, well, we had a glitch. The timer glitch then, but no. We moved to the race. I was worried then. Yeah, Ben, if you want to send it through, then go for it, and I'll check it out later. But there's the grid. Bit different from last week. Nazareth on pole again. I need to really keep close to the mic because I keep stretching. But yeah, Nazareth on pole again. Bit of an odd one. But Briggsy then. Briggsy doesn't give up. Moment of silence for Becco. Yes, we'll have a moment of silence for Becco. There is our moment of silence for Becco. Very, very sad news. And where did he start? I didn't quite see. At least he's still in the session, but very odd crash. It didn't. I don't know if he lost. I couldn't, because obviously I wasn't riding on board with him. I'm not sure if he lost control and smashed into whoever it was, but I think it was Camilliano, wasn't it? Not sure if he lost control and smashed into him, or just was going wide. Very strange accident, very strange. But race predictions. Everyone here, your top 5. Put it in the chat when obviously the starting grid comes up for you all. I know not. But everyone in the chat here, top 5 for the race. Go. And I'll just wait and see what people put. Asia predicted pit stop strategy. Nazareth straight away. Going for it. So, everyone's top 5 here. So, unfortunately, I don't really know. Thomas, I don't really know what you're saying there, mate. If anyone could translate that, that'd be good. Here we are, top 5. Not sure what those two are saying. But Someone stopped that, is that the Alfa Romeo going slowly around turn 3? Seems to have fallen behind, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe a spin or... Right on board with him, see if... Seems to be pushing though, which... That's a lock-on, that's not going to help his tyres. Right back on board with Nazareth, and everyone weaving down the straight, as you do on the formation that. But Freddie then, I'm going to be looking for your thoughts and opinions. So throughout the race, Freddie, leave your thoughts. Help man's out. Quite relatively short, we got 33 laps, so another 30 lap race. Yep, cool Freddie, thanks. Means a lot for us. Any bits of controversy or penalties you think need to be given out, then let me know and I'll see what I can do and I'll say my thoughts. But Nazareth are really determined to get this race underway. We have quite a gap between the rest. The pressure on. That's it. The start at the front is the one thing I would never want to do, even in like public lobbies. Even league racing when I used to do that back on 2019 and 18. Start at the front is just terrifying because there's so much pressure on you. As we ride on board with Nazareth then, as we get ready for the start of the race, it's 5 lights. And away we go for the Spanish GP. It's a pretty good start for Nazareth, who holds the lead off. Bit of a wobble from the Williams there, and I see Red Bull going in the background. Some debris already coming off, I think, on the Renaults there. Slayer ramming into the back of Nazareth, who has to slightly cut turn 2. Relatively clean through the first couple of corners, side by side with Slayer and Briggsy, who's made it up to 3rd off the line. Still relatively clean in the background, but we'll go on board with Slayer, who Briggsy's making a good move on. As you ride on board with him now into turn 5. Slayer coming across, almost pushing Briggsy onto the grass there, which is going to be a bit... It's going to frustrate Briggsy. As Camilliano going side by side with Atmos into turn 5 and 6. He goes round the outside. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. And that's in Williams there spinning, I think, or Lily losing control at least, as he cuts back across the Ferrari of Cold Steel, who's not really had a great start. Let's have a look at the position change. We've got Menzi then down 4 positions, so yeah, that was definitely an error by him. Relatively close, but for a clean start, it's the first clean start we've had. Yeah, we had some debris off at the start for some reason, because the pit stop strategies come up. That's real, no one really cares. But Vitob then up 4 positions, a fantastic start by him. As now we have Slayer building a lead. We're going to focus on Briggsy, who is going to be pushing his heart out. That's the Slayer then dropping back into... Atmos is... He's definitely not in 3rd, I'm not sure what he's doing there. But Briggsy really pushing, he's not going to give it up. Let's go back a bit and see if there's anything happening. Really 3 wide there, we've got the Williams, I'm not sure if he's disconnected. Someone's off, that's someone off, that's Becco off again. He was off into the barrier, you can see the debris there, and that's a virtual safety car then. Lap 1 was clean, lap 2 isn't. And that's Becco having an absolute shocker of the weekend after putting in provisional pole. He now has no front wing, has to limp back to the pit lane through Hoffenwald with Sarge, who, yeah, it was Sarge who lost his front wing off the start-finish line. A virtual safety car then. Another reasonably dramatic start. Keeping the pack clean and close together. He's keeping the top 3 quite near him, actually. Which is not really what you want to do. Lily side by side back here with the... Come on, Atmos. Let's go, Atmos, my guy. DRS has been enabled as we go back underway. But Vitob though, with an incredible start. Fiore fast as well with a good start. But Sarge has got a lot of work to do if he wants to catch up. He has 30 laps. Can he do something about it? Hop down the grid a bit. We go There's some side-by-side action with Camiliano Becco in the pits, and unsurprisingly, doesn't go through a bit of weaving from Camiliano Becco over 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's good. What a way to make his race even worse. He's had a right shock in the past few races. Briggsy then, looking very smooth. Slayer though, a bit not as smooth as Briggsy, so... But V-Todd putting the pressure on, keeping the grid close, which is what you want to do. Typical J-Stars. I don't think anything... I think he just got hit off below. I'm not sure if he turned into someone. We'll have to look. Briggsy with a 3-second time penalty already for track limits. That's going to hamper him. But he is key. He doesn't seem to have distracted him in the slightest. He's continuing to put pressure on Slayer, who has a bit of a wobble there as well. He does have a very nice helmet. I'll give him that. His helmet is very nice. DRS is enabled. Slayer doesn't have it, so it will be easy for Briggsy too. Nazareth then fastest lap, unsurprisingly. But can Briggsy gain? He is gaining, but not enough unfortunately. 2 Red Bulls, keeping close. Quite a gap though between the back here. Everyone going quite wide, unsurprising. That's a dive bomb from Freeway Fast. Looks to have pulled it off. Doesn't look to be any damage with the McLaren. 3-second time penalty for Atmos as well for track limits, clearly. That's up front with the 2 Ferraris. We'll hop on board with them now. Looks to be a bit of a battle heating up here. Quick, fast, then falling behind the pack. Nothing obviously like Joe Sarge and Becco, unfortunately. 5 tenths separating Briggsy and the 4 tenths to Slayer. Quick fast with a 3-second time penalty. And that's a crash then. We'll have to come out and see what that is. It looks to be Quick fast is out of the session. I think he might bend it coming out of turn 8. Yeah, why are you asking me? You have to go ask him. I have no clue. I think so. Must have been a crash, I'm not sure. Eight tenths now. It just shows how annoying dirty. Look how far out the grid is spreading. This is the problem with Spain. This is the general sector. Briggsy's off. Completely missed out. Looking at the chat, that's Briggsy spinning at a turn 2. De Kunha over 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he's out as well. He's retired. He's had enough. I don't think he wanted that. 2 retirements already. Then Quick fast is out. We've lost De Kunha. Briggsy with some major front ring damage. That's Nazareth then for 3-second time penalty. So currently, Slayer is in the lead. So we're going to go hop on board with him. He's definitely putting the pressure on Nazareth, and Nazareth now has that penalty. V-Todd up on the podium, and he's got past his teammate. You definitely tell he's pushing. He's brought the gap down quite a bit by the looks of it. See what everyone's tyres are on. We've got Camiliano on the hard, so he's going to see if he can pull off a 1-stop. Quick fast is out. Pretty sure he retired a long time ago. As you see Kramer coming out the pits now. Getting quite close between Cold Steel and Fury Fast. Go very wide at turn 3. Does he have damage? Doesn't look like it. Just generally going wide. That's going to give Poison Wild a good opportunity to catch up. He breaks late for turn 4. So downhill to turn 5. Decent battle going on here, considering the fact it is Spain. Yes, this will definitely be an easier one to make highlights now. But the top 3 looking quite close up here. Slayer's brought the gap down to under a second, so he does have DRS. But Fury Fast on those mediums is going to be looking quite quick. if he can keep the pace up, because those softs are going to be starting to go off soon. That's Nazareth pitting them for his penalty. Sector yellow flag in sector 3 must have been Poison Wild having an accident. Yeah, I think Poison Wild's gone on the gravel if you look at his tyres. Very fast jumping for second. Looks like Nazareth's getting the undercut on Slayer, but I don't think it'll have much effect considering he has that penalty, but I suppose we'll see as the race unfolds. Everyone's looking to be reasonably spread out. Briggsy and Becco looking quite close though. Briggsy's gone into hards, he looks to be doing a one stop. Atmos and Camiliano looks going to jump in the pit lane as Camiliano's putting pressure on Medzi. I noticed that on the track map, but no, he's going to be pulling away from him now. Gaps, everyone's over a second except who are on board with Camiliano. Medzi taking quite a wide line, while Camiliano is taking quite a tight line. That's a lock up from Medzi. Maybe the pressure's having an effect. We'll never know until he gets some sort of penalty. But he's definitely pushing. Medzi with a 3-second time penalty. Sarge with a 3-second time penalty. Both for Jack exceeding. J Sarge right up the back of Atmos. Can we ever get an overtake into him? Will he go for the move? He thinks about it. Rams into the back of Atmos. Not sure what he's thinking there. Very, very strange. Will admit Atmos did weave a little bit, but totally nothing warranted. As he goes for the move, no, he backs out of it. Yeah, that's one area you never want to go into an overtake with. As Slayer comes into the pit. Yeah. Go to the DRS right now. Down the straight, I'll read your thing in a minute, Freddy, as that Sarge passed Atmos. Didn't really expect that first few laps, to be honest. Briggsy was very unlucky as well as Becco. Race is very open now. Definitely agree there. Been really unfortunate for Becco. He looked strong in qualifying, then he got crashed, then he crashed into someone. I can't remember who, I'll have to look back. Okay, close between everyone though. Kramer with a 3-second time penalty for track exceeding. Lots of penalties then. People don't seem to be very good at track limits. Briggsy still with a penalty again. That was down the bottom. Becco with a 3-second time penalty. It's getting worse and worse for him. The only yellow flag in sector 3, that's Camiliano bending it. Can he get back on track? He hasn't got any damage, I think it was just a general spin. Nearly hit Cold Steel taking evasive action, that's not going to help him. Sector 1, yellow flag, I think that might be Beck, it's not Becco, it's Poison Wild. I think he might, yeah, he spun and hit that wall as well. People seem to really be struggling in turn 2. That's front wing damage for Poison Wild after a relatively good race so far for him. It's all come hampering down. And that's Medzi going around the outside. Good move. I know Poison Wild has damage, but it's still a good move by him. Locking up at turn 4 like everyone. Turn 5, sorry. Shut up. I can't get his corners right. No big car-to-car crash. It looks to be getting close with the top 3 again. Fiore fast in the lead though, but he hasn't pitted yet, so if you're looking at the actual order, it's Nazareth, Slayer, Todd, Kramer, Medzi, because Fiore hasn't pitted yet. I'm not sure when he's going to though. Gap of 6 seconds isn't going to keep him ahead. Slayer with the fastest lap of 1 minute 18. After quickly taking it from Nazareth, so he's a bit quicker. Definitely pushing for the win. After last week, he's going to really want it. Nazareth is obviously going to want it as well for his championship contention. That Poison Wild coming to the pits, as you can see on the map and the timing sheets. Briggsy though is definitely caught up with Becco, who We brought the gap down to nearly just over half a second. Definitely gaining down the start from the straight. Is he going to go for him? No, he's too far back for a move. Going to maximise on the exit so we can see if he can get a good run through turn 3 and the rest of the track. So the second DRS straight, which you're never really going to get an overtake on, to be honest. Looking pretty close between Cold Steel and Atmos as well. Mezzi with another 3-second time penalty. Or he's first, I don't know. There's been too many penalties this race. Looks to be getting quite close between Mezzi and Kramer then. Mezzi has just one lap fresher tyres. We'll keep an eye on this battle to start finish straight. Looking to be close again between Cold Steel and Camilliano. We're going to keep an eye on this for now. They come out the most stupid chicane in my two least favourite corners on the entire calendar. As there goes Mezzi, then a bit wobbly, hitting the grass, straight past Kramer and into fifth place. We ride on board now with Camilliano from lap 11 of this race. Looks to be gaining. Will he go for a move around the outside? He goes for it. Can he pull it off? Oh, it's close between them, and they've touched, and that's Camilliano round and into the wall. Not sure who's at fault there. Oh, it's a difficult one to say. Freddie, who do you think is at fault for that? But that is Camilliano with damage and effectively out of the running. Both Renaults then having a very difficult afternoon. That incident is almost a replica of Stroll and Norris in 2019. That was labelled as a racing incident. It is a hard one to say who's at fault for that crash. I'm slightly pointing more towards Cold Steel. I do think it might have been his fault a bit. He should have left a bit more room. That's poison wild with a 3-second time penalty. But Freddie, who do you... Big L, yeah, Big L. But Freddie, who do you think's at fault for that? Briggsy with another 3-second time penalty. Poison Wild's getting quite close to... Yeah, he's got past Camilliano, who's really backed off. Will he continue on with the race? I'm not sure. Can't see it getting much better for him. It's going to be most of it's just, and that's a massive crash in the background. That's Todd out the race. Full safety car then. Absolutely slammed it in the wall coming out of turn 8. As we ride on board with Sarge then to see his car, his stricken car in the wall. Slayer with a 3-second time penalty. Massive crash by him. Go on board with Atmos, get the side on view. Right, the car's gone already, but there, full safety car then. Pure Fast is also out of the race. From the lead, he's retired. Not sure why that is. Did he crash? Yeah, he's crashed coming into the pit lane. Pure Fast is crashed coming into the pit lane. Huge drama then under the safety car. That's Nazareth back in the lead then. Crashing at one of the easiest pit entries of the season. After a relatively good race, that's him out. Same for VTOD. Camilliano with another 3-second time penalty. The track limits are just ridiculous. Kramer though, and Becco with interesting strategies, going onto the soft tyre. See how many stops they've done. 2 stops for them both, so they're not going to get those softs to the end. There's no way they're going to make them last 20 laps. So probably doing a 3 stop, which is a bit of an odd one. Atmos though, holding on the 1 stop with those hards. some very alternating strategies from everyone. Because I think most of us thought it should be a one-stop race. That's Fiore fast leaving the session after crashing going into the pit lane. How did you crash going into the pit lane? I'm sorry. It's just tragic. But we're back on the safety car for the second race in a row. Poison Wild and Becco looks to be getting quite close there. Emiliano is obviously trying to catch up. He'll try. But it's still we want to keep an eye on. Briggsy up into 9th then. We've lost 4 people already. We're only on lap 13. We have 20 laps left of this race. So getting quite close if you look at the map of the midfield. Very packed up back there, let's go have a look. Very close between the Sarge and Kramer. Sarge really putting the pressure on Kramer. So testing now. Oh, and that's really a spin. I saw a bit of oversteer correction there. Just as I changed. People are really struggling with turn 2. Turn 2 and turn 6 and 7. It's not being nice to them. Not being nice at all to them today. I'm interested to see how Atmos does though, because he's on probably a 1 or a 2 stop. Yeah, he's going to be on a 2 stop probably. And he has people with tyres a lot fresher on behind him. He's on 6 lap old hards, while Medzi is on 0 lap old hards, and Kramer on brand new softs as well. Everyone around him except Poison Wild are on new tyres. It's going to be really interesting to see how this strategy plays out. If it works for him, it will really work for him. Safety car is in this lap then. Let's hop on board with Nazareth Sanity. Holds up the pack, getting very close together. As on lap 14 we prepare for the restart of the Spanish GP. Getting quite close back here. It's Kramer then. Lazarus really backing up the pack. Still not going. I think he's gone now. See him come on last corner, and he's gone. It's a good restart from Nazarus. He's flown off already. Getting quite close between them. And this is Sargent putting the pressure on Kramer. Could even be 3 wide. Into turn 1, down the inside he goes. Kramer leaves the space and he holds off Sarge for another. That's Kramer into the wall already. Instant drama at the start, at the safety car restart already. He's still in the race though. He is still in the race. Cold Steel with he's the only one on the grid without a penalty at the moment. Crazy race, although in terms of racing not been that great, but now just already with a 1.5 second lead. Fantastic restart from him as they all come onto the second DRS straight. No DRS yet, at least for the next couple of laps. That's someone else into the wall. That's Becco out the race. Just that wall is taking its prisoners. It's a virtual safety car then. Our third safety car of the day. 2 VSCs and 1 full safety car. More men, please. Already we weren't even going underway a full lap and we've got another safety car. I know it's only a VSC, but still. That's good. And Becco's gone. Becco's had enough for one day. And that's one of the Red Bulls off as well. If you look on the mini-map. I think he might have had an accident. There's both Red Bulls out. Side by side with the 2 leaders. Can Slayer pull it off? No. Doesn't want to put any power on that curb, but Slayer putting the pressure on that safety car restart. Huge L for Becco, massive L for Becco. Freddy's probably crying. But this is interesting. Kramer's gone as well. both Red Bulls out of the race. Late braking from Slayer. We've been getting close between Medzi and Atmos too. Keep in mind, Medzi's on newer tyres. Atmos is on the oldest tyres on the grid, so soon he's going to start getting eaten up. Briggsy up into 7th. We've only got 10 people, so everyone currently in this race will finish with points. But Nazar seems to be pulling away again, getting quite close between those three in the background though. No, Becco, yeah, he's gone. Just chaos. Every time there's a restart, it's just complete chaos. The more safety cars, we want more of this. DRS is now enabled then. Bit of a mistake, I think, from Sarge in the background there, from what I saw. Medzi putting on the pressure, he's not going to be able to pull off a move though. This is the only three that are keeping close. Atmos is really pushing the defence. Cold Steel and Atmos with interesting strategies, crazy stuff, definitely agree there. Atmos is on mad strategy. 9-lap old hards. Poison Wild on an interesting one as well. But Becco and Kramer, who I really wanted to see how their strategies played out with those two on the soft tyres, are out of the race because they crashed. Really unfortunate for them. Really unfortunate. But these three, we got a decent battle heating up between Atmos, Sarge and Medzi as we go onto the straight now. And going back here, we got Briggsy getting past. I think that's, yep. Camiliano's being really gobbled up here. Cold Steel, that's ahead of Camiliano. Side by side onto the grass for Camiliano and getting a bad exit. Cold Steel there. So all the work he's just putting has not really paid off for him. So he hopped back on board with these three. Or these two now as Medzi's falling back a bit. But here comes Sarge down the straight. Probably has overtake enabled as well. It's going to give him even more straight on speed. Side by side. Down the pit straight, should be past him already. He's passed him already into turn 1. Relatively easy move by him then. Back on board with Cold Steel. I think has just had a bit of an error at turn 2. What's the 10th or so there? Could have gone a bit quicker through there. 3 tenths ends. Atmos still putting on the pressure. Thrilling battle going on here. Definitely interested to see how this plays out. Got some good overtaking. That's Medzi getting involved now. So right on board with him as into turn 8 we go. Will he get a good exit? Really good exit by him. He's gaining on the straighter. Will he go for the move? Can he go around the outside? He moves. Down the inside he goes. If he pulls himself, what a move. He's done it as well. Fantastic move by Medzi. What I said is going to happen is happening. Atmos is being gobbled up by the pack now. It's Briggsy now putting on pressure on Atmos. His tyres are hitting the cliff, as we used to say back in the day. And maximising the exit. He gets fantastic exit out of the chicane on those mediums. Really using them to effect. Onto the straight now. Should be a very easy DRS overtake. Fast he goes into 5th place. Go on board with Camiliano, putting the pressure on Briggsy again. Cold Steel fallen 2 seconds behind. Liverpool fan, I think, is only really racing still for the point. That's onto the grass, so Camiliano's going to lose some time there. But it's Atmos versus Briggsy versus Medzi. Briggsy really pushing onto Medzi. Probably, I can definitely see an overtake happening soon. Is he right on board with him now onto the DRS straight? I think Medzi got the better of exits there. Definitely not going to be an overtake here. Go on board right up the back of him though. Camiliano very late braking, but he still managed to make the corner really well. But these very fascinating between these two. Nazareth with a 2.7 second lead. Briggsy though using these mediums, pushing through the field. But Freddie, do you think Briggsy will have another pit stop? What do you think of his strategy? Onto DRS straight now, side by side between Atmos and Camiliano. A literal drag race to turn one, but Camiliano's got the best of him. Side by side with Briggsy and Medzi. Medzi defending brilliantly. And that's a terrible exit from him. Round the outside he goes. Really a swish to the left for Medzi. I'm not sure that's to take Briggsy out, or he just got a terrible exit. I'll have to look that one back in the highlights. But Camiliano's getting involved now. Atmos falling back his tyres. Yeah, his tyres are just nothing compared to the others now. But interesting battle between Camiliano and Medzi now. Briggsy's, as we're always going to pull off into the distance as he chase after Sarge. I could definitely, because Briggsy seems to be a lot quicker than Sarge. Onto DRS straight now. Medzi still with the DRS. Braking very late. But you can on that corner actually quite well as he's putting the pressure on. He'll have DRS on the pit straight, but will he get an overtake? He locks up going into turn 13 into the final chicane, locks up again into turn 14. One last corner, not great exit from Briggsy, bad exit from Committee and from Medzi. Camiliano though 5 attempts behind. Medzi gaining though, will he go for the move into turn 1? It's going to be late if he does. No, he does. He brakes late though. Still keeping the pressure on him. Briggsy's trying to build a lead. Medzi with a 3-second time penalty. Probably for cutting turn 2. That's Camiliano off a bit wide around turn 3. Bit of a lock up from Medzi again. It seems to like locking up, doesn't he, Medzi? Really seems to like locking up. Hop on board with Cold Steel, who's trying to put some pressure on Poison Wild. But we go back on board with Camiliano, who is Cold Steel with 3-second time penalty. Will he go for the move? No, there's no chance. DRS down that straight is almost ineffective. Medzi feeling the pressure and locking up consistently this lap. 8 watching, big dubs, big dubs. Into turn 13 and into the last chicane. Oh, nearly ram into the back of Medzi. Is going to compromise his exit. Not too bad, though. It's a come out good exit from Camiliano, surprisingly. DRS then should be relatively easy. They both do have DRS though, so it is more of a drag race. Right on board with Medzi as well. As you can see, Camiliano coming past. Right onto the helicopter cam. Very wide from Medzi. That's going to give Camiliano the position there and then. Now he goes chasing after Briggsy. There's only a 6/10 gap. But Briggsy pushing through the field. Brought the gap to Sarge to 1.6. He's definitely going for the podium. I doubt he can get the win. It'd be amazing if he does. Keep in mind, everyone except Liverpool fan has a time penalty. But Liverpool fan's so far behind. He might as well retire, but he wants that point. Liverpool fans really had a difficult race last week. Can't remember about China, if I'm honest. I think everyone here has had their ups and downs. Everyone here. Briggsy's had a difficult past couple of races, those penalties. He probably would have won last week if he didn't have that penalty. But we move. Onto the pit straight now. No DRS yet for Briggsy, who's brought the gap down to 1.3. Medzi 8 attempts behind Camiliano already. Mediums though, going to be starting to go off to Atmos with 15 lap old mediums. If he manages to pull off this one stop, props to him. Briggsy's brought the gap down to under a second. Now we'll have DRS at this current stage. 3 seconds separate the gap between Nazareth and Slayer. Predictions: will Briggsy get on the podium? That's a question for the chat now. Oh, bit of oversteer from Briggsy there. He's right up the back of Sarge though now. Getting really close. Good exit, Sarge probably with a warning there again. Into turn 14 and 15. Coming down the last corner now. 7 tenths, just about 6 tenths for a second. Down the pit straight. I doubt there'll be an overtake. Although there could be. He's gaining rapidly. Is Sarge will have overtake? No, he has no ERS. Will Briggsy go for the move? No. Don't blame him for not. Hold him hostage another lap. I reckon he'll get a podium. Yeah, I think we all know that, but will he get second is the question. Do you think Briggsy has the pace to get second? Poison Wild with another 3-second time penalty. Cold Steel is falling behind Poison Wild now, as he's chasing after Atmos, who has old 3-lap older tyres, so not too much difference in pace. Briggsy then really pushing Sarge. In my opinion, to even finish this race, it's a miracle. F1, like, we've lost almost half the pack. So, late braking from Briggsy. We're really 5 tenths. We'll see massive lock up from Medsy. Sector 2 yellow flag. I think and that's Poison Wild out of the race. And it ends up in another crash out of turn 8. A full safety car once again. His back wheel gone now. So we're down to 9 runners. Nearly half the pack is out of the race. Chaos then. As you see a stricken car in the background. That's Nazareth then for his 3rd stop of the race. Multiple cars pitting. This will be a really good time for... Cold Steel Atmos to pit. Yeah, he has pitted, which is good. We got Slayer, Sarge and Briggsy on softs. Poison Wild's left. Everyone, Nazareth onto mediums, Medsy onto mediums. Same for Atmos, Camiliano. Cold Steel onto softs. I was literally just about to say, I wonder if Poison will pit because his tyres are very old. Well, he is technically in the pits, just in his pit garage, retired with a broken wheel. So you got it partly right, Freddy. But this is going to be an interesting final area to race, as Slayer has the faster tyres. No doubt about that. Nazareth seems to have the pace advantage. But although Nazareth did get a good restart before, in the last VSC, Slayer really managed to put the pressure on and nearly got past him. No surprise that everyone has boxed. No, not at all. Especially for Atmos, who needed this safety car. Otherwise, I don't think he would have got to the end of the race. We're really down to 8. We're down to 9 runners. Literally half the starting grid has retired. We have 8 laps left. It's going to be an 8-lap dash to the finish. Literally into the back of Slayer, look like there. No, nearly into the back of Nazareth and Slayer. Everyone is crashing. And we have Monaco next week, and we've had loads of crashes this week and last week. I'm terrified for Monaco. Monaco is going to be insane. I think we'll get about 5 finishes in Monaco, maybe even less. Going to be a mental race. Nazareth's heavy braking again though. I wonder if anyone will challenge Nazareth into turn 1. It should be interesting on the restart. Definitely agree there, Freddy. Slayer is on the faster tyres, so it will be an interesting last few laps. Interesting Briggsy again though. Sarge putting the pressure on again. Will Briggsy get the podium? Will he get second? Will he even get first? We'll have to find out. All the grid getting... Atmos staying back, with Camiliano right up his chaff. Cold still staying back as well. Liverpool fan caught up with the pack now. Just good news for him. Very close between all drivers here. Nazareth really likes to slow the pack down, keep it bunched together, which fair enough to him, you know, fair enough to him. It works for him, so he might as well do it. Sarge right up the back again. Not really, not weaving that much. Briggsy weaving. Looked like a bit of oversteer coming out of turn 7. Oh, very close between Sarge and Slayer. Safety cars in this lap. Have to be prepared for the restart. Slayer still weaving, keeping the temperature in his tyres, putting the pressure on Nazareth. We're definitely going to keep our eye on these. We're going to keep our eye on Briggsy as well. We've got a podium fight, and it's effectively a battle for first and third. Lily round the outside. Slayer going there. As we come into the chicane, very close between everyone. Very close. We only have 9 people left as well. Will we see any more safety car restart drama? Coming out of the corner now. Nazareth's gone a bit earlier this time. Then Lily losing the back end out of the last corner. That's gonna give Slayer the lead 100%. As we green flag side by side down the pit straight. No DRS, just raw engine power and speed into turn 1. As they're fighting, he's not going to give it up. And Slayer into the lead of the Spanish GP. Fantastic restart. He did exactly what he needs to do. Sarge almost putting Briggsy coming at him, but all 3 of them 3 wide into no 2 wide. Sarge getting pushed wide. Briggsy up into third. I think there was a bit of contact then. Still fighting into turn 5. Switch back on Sarge. Fantastic overtake from Briggsy to keep his cool. We have a new leader, a new person in third. Sarge with a 3-second time penalty as well. Fantastic. Slayer, they're nailing that restart with those soft tyres. But Nazareth putting the pressure on Briggsy, putting the pressure on Nazareth. They'll be nice in the highlights. Yes, they will. Yes, they will, Ben. Glad I caught that as well. 4 attempts between. Let's change the gap back to interval. Come on, last corner now. It's gone with Briggsy. I don't think we'll see an overtake, but Nazareth coming back at Slayer for a potential overtake. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look to be gaining much at all. A little bit. Briggsy though getting close again. He's not going to give this one up at all. Sarge falling behind. Atmos 2 seconds behind. It's been a terrible restart from him. And Camilliano and Cold Steel. Not been a good restart by him. But we go back and 2 attempts are separating Briggsy and Nazareth now. Nazareth, yeah. Down into second, I know. Onto the pit straight we go. Late braking. Nazareth really gaining on Slayer. He's not going to give this one up. Don't think Briggsy will either. No one is going to give this up. 3-second time penalty for Cold Steel on the bottom of your screen. When the more track extending, everyone's got a penalty except Liverpool fan. Not a great exit from. Actually, no, it wasn't a terrible exit, but onto the pit straight now. This is heating up. Slayer with the fastest lap, then using those softs to his advantage. Briggsy using his softs to advantage. Sarge keeping close. They're all keeping quite close. 6 attempts though, so. But let's just talk about that restart. From side by side in the background, Atmos looking to. I think that's Camilliano getting past Atmos. Missing, downshifting. Didn't go well for him. That's Camilliano. Cold Steel side by side into turn 4. Rounding out Atmos holding the position well. But no, they're still fighting. His Liverpool fan looks to get involved. But he chooses to not. Come back over the top 3. A second separating Briggsy and Nazareth now. It's Dirty Air coming into play. Getting close between the background, looks like being a Liverpool fan. Getting very close between them, just noticed that. Camilliano over 3-second time penalty again. Yellow flag in sector 3. It's one to Williams. It looks to be Medzi. Medzi's had an accident. I think he's spun coming out of the corner. Looks to have front wing damage as well. Slayer with another fastest lap at them. Yeah, he has front wing damage. Will he pit? No, he's staying out. 1.7 seconds between Briggsy and Nazareth. Oh, I don't think he's going to chase the lead. But the battle between these two is staying alive. 2 attempts. These 3 as well. Battle for 6. This is definitely a battle heating up here. A battle between Nazareth and Slayer as well. Lots of potential battles. Highlights. I thought the race would be... Race has been mediocre in terms of battling. It's been alright. Drama, it's been mental. It's been a bit like Netherlands again, in my opinion. Gaining with DRS, definitely gaining. 2 attempts between these two. This is an interest. Will Liverpool fan go for the move? Late braking though, really gaining. Trying to put a switch back, but not really working out for him. Into turn 14-15, not a good exit from Slayer then, or from Nazareth. I think he got a bit too eager on the throttle there. Onto the pitch straight then. This looks to be where Nazareth might regain the lead. He goes to the inside. Braking, contact between them then, and that's Nazareth's round. And a 3-second time penalty. Nazareth and our pole sitter, I think. He's out. He's effectively out of the running. That's Commentator getting past as well. Oh, very upset. Down 4, but yeah. So, yeah, down 4 position. Not a good one. Not good. Got 2 laps left. Very unfortunate for Nazareth. But Briggsy in second. Two-second gap. Can he pull it down? Medzi with a 3-second time penalty. But our pole sitter is down in 5th now after contact with Slayer. 2 times now Slayer has, twice in 2 weeks Slayer has been involved in contact with the leader. Get a bit of a track record now. And twice with Nazareth. I'm pretty sure Slayer and Nazareth collided last week at Netherlands as well. And Medzi then fallen 37 seconds behind with that damage. I think he must have pitted. But let's look at the pit stops. We've got Medzi with 4 stops. Most people on a 3 stop, except Atmos on the 2 stop. 1.6 seconds the gap between Slayer and Briggsy. So Briggsy's pushing. He ain't gonna let this one go easily. Commentator 3 tenths behind Nazareth, going wide there. Got an interesting finale. Atmos 2 tenths between. Oh, nearly running into the lack of Atmos. 2 tenths between them. These 3 have been pushing and pushing all race. Decent exit from all 3, especially from Cold Steel, as down the pit straight now. Atmos is gaining on Cold Steel. Could be a move around the outside. Will he close the door? Down the inside goes Liverpool fan. Atmos shuts him off. He wasn't going to let that happen at all. Atmos going wide at turn 3. Going to lose a bit of time there. 1.9 seconds gap between Slayer and Briggsy, and I think you can comfortably say Slayer's going to win this, unless if he bends it. Fingers crossed he doesn't. But I want Briggsy to win as well. We all want Medzi fastest lap then. Medzi's going to get an extra point. He is in the top 10 after all, as there are only 9 people finishing. good. Let's hop on board with Atmos. Unless we only overtakes here. 4 tenths between them two. Will Liverpool go for the move? No. Let's hop on board with Slayer then. Messi with a 3-second time penalty again. As he comes around the last corner now to win the Spanish GP after a crazy dramatic race. With Briggsy coming home in second with 1.6 second gap, so he was gaining. And Liverpool fan up into 5th because of the penalty, so good result from him. Nazareth into 4th. Camiliano down to 6th. Atmos in 7th. Cold still in 8th. I think he's moved down as well. Medzi finishing in last. Still coming round into turn 14 and 15. After a horrible race from him. A very unfortunate race. As he comes round to pick up his points. To pick up 3 points. Including the extra bonus point. And yes, hello Bruce, I did see you. It was a good race, Ben. And Bruce, you joined at a really bad time. You joined on the last lap. But Sarge with your driver of the day. A good race from all of them. But there's your winner, Slayer, taking a selfie with the crowd. Briggsy in 2nd, and Sarge in 3rd place after a very unlikely podium. I did not expect Sarge to get that podium. I didn't expect Nazareth to fall off the podium, but we got 2 Brits on the podium, a Brit winning, and a Brit in 3rd, and Briggsy in 2nd. So, let's have a little discussion. I've got the time. There's your penalties. Let's just look at the incidents. Just the amount of penalties this race has just been ridiculous. Many penalties. So that is going to conclude today's race. Highlights will be out in the next day or two. A lot of things to take from this race. Unsurprisingly, I didn't expect anything to happen, but there you go. Some really good recoveries from people on 5 stops for Medzi. 5 stops. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that. 4 stops and nearly everyone else. Atmos with a 3 stop though. Good strategy by him in the end. But that's going to end today's stream. Thanks for the incredible support once again. It's been mental the past few weeks. I forgot, Ethan, for God's sake, hello. You're a bit late, the race is finished. I'm about to end it, Ethan. But there you go, that's the end. Smelly man. Yes, anyway, that's the end. So, thanks for support as always, and I'll see you next week for Monaco, which is going to be a very crazy race. I doubt we'll get about 5 finishes for that race. But thanks everyone, and I will see you all next week.